2000 vocabulary words, set 3. Attached. Joined or fastened together somehow. Connected. Feeling love or attraction for someone. Attain. To succeed at something. To achieve. To reach or arrive at. Attenuate. Reduce the strength, effect, density, amount, or size of something. Attitude. A feeling or an opinion, a mental position, physical posture, a way of acting, thinking or feeling. Attribute. A trait or quality, a characteristic. Audacious. Extremely bold or daring, despite difficulties, risks, or the negative attitudes of other people. Augment. To increase something in size, quantity or value. To enlarge. To enhance. Auguste. Impressive, majestic, inspiring awe or admiration. Aura. The distinctive atmosphere, feeling, or quality that seems to surround or come from a person, place, or situation. Any invisible emanation, especially an odor. A luminous radiation, typically visible to certain persons with psychic powers. Auspicious. Showing signs or suggesting that a positive and successful future is likely. Favored by fortune, prosperous, fortunate. Austere. Strict or cold in one's behavior or appearance. Serious. Plain and lacking adornment, decoration or luxury. Author. The creator of something. The person who writes a document. The person responsible for an action. Authority. Power, the ability and right to control. The person or group that is in charge of a person, group or region. An expert on a specific subject. Jurisdiction. Official permission. Autocrat. A ruler with absolute power, dictator, despot. Someone who demands that people completely obey them. Automate. To mechanize a process, replacing people with machines. To operate by automation. Automaton. A self-operating machine or mechanism, especially a robot. Available. Free and ready to be used, not busy. Accessible. At someone's disposal. Avarice. Extreme greed to get or keep money or possessions, cupidity. Aver. Say something, in a very strong and determined way. Declare in a positive or confident manner. Aversion. Dislike of or repugnance towards something or someone. The person or thing that causes this strong dislike. Aware. Cognizant, knowing. Informed about something. Conscious of something. Balk. To stop suddenly and refuse to continue. To hinder or obstruct. To hesitate. To stubbornly refuse or to be unwilling to continue or let something happen. Banal. Boring, ordinary, or not interesting because it contains nothing new, original, or unusual. Bane. The cause behind something negative such as death or distress. Something or someone that greatly annoys someone. A curse. Bard. A poet. A poet that composes or recites lyric poetry. Barefaced. With the face uncovered. Shameless. Undisguised. Barrage. A concentrated artillery bombardment to protect one's own advancing or retreating or to stop the advance of enemy troops. An artificial barrier across a river or estuary to increase the depth of the water, prevent flooding, facilitate irrigation, etc. Bastion. A fortified position or place. Something protecting a specific belief, condition, attitude, or activity that is being threatened. A protruding part of a fort or castle. Befuddle. To completely confuse someone. To perplex. Begrudge. To give something to someone with hesitation or reluctance. To envy someone because they have something you want and you believe they don't deserve to have it. Beguile. To trick someone, convincing them to do something. To charm someone. To mislead. Behalf. In the interest of. On part of. Supporting. Representing. Belabor. To attack someone in either a physical or verbal way. To talk about something repeatedly or at great length and with great detail. Beleaguer. To harass or create trouble for. To besiege or surround a place, person or group with troops. Belie. Give a false representation to, disguise or misrepresent. Show to be false, contradict, prove false. Belittle. To disparage or put down. To consider something to be less important or make it seem less important. To scorn or disparage. Bellicose. Hostile. Aggressive and willing to fight. Fond of arguing or fighting. Quarrelsome. Belligerent. Inclined or eager to fight or argue, hostile and aggressive. Bemoan. To complain about something. To show or express disapproval of. To show or express grief over, to lament. Benefit. An advantage. A gift or payment from an employer to an employee. A payment from an insurance company or social welfare program. Something intended to help. An event designed to raise money for someone or for a cause. Benevolent. Kind, generous, and helpful, charitable. Benign. Not harmful. Displaying kindness or gentleness. Beneficial. Bequeath. Leave or give, personal property, by will. Pass, something, on to another, hand down. Berate. Scold or criticize, someone, angrily. Bestial. Similar to or related to animals or beasts. Brutal, showing traits that are not human. Cruel. Bias. Supporting or opposing a particular person or thing in an unfair way, especially in a way considered to be unfair. Bigot. A person who is intolerant of views other than his or her own. A person with a closed mind. Bilk. To cheat or swindle someone, getting them to give you money you do not deserve. To slip away or evade. Billowing. Moving in a way that looks like a wave. Surging, swelling, or rolling. Bipartisanship. Of, representing, or supported by two parties, especially two major political parties with different ideas or policies. Blandishment. A flattering or pleasing statement, speech, or action intended to flatter, coax, entice someone gently into doing something. Blasphemy. An action or message which shows disrespect for a religion, God, or a holy object. Blatant. Obvious, easily detectable, or blunt. Noisy in a vulgar way. Obtrusive. Blighted. Suffering from a disease. Anything that destroys, prevents growth, or causes devaluation. Blithe. Happy or joyous. Carefree. Casual and not worried about the possible negative consequences of one's actions. Bog. An area having a wet, spongy ground that is too soft to support a heavy body, a small marsh or swamp. Boisterous. Noisy, energetic, and lacking in restraint or discipline. Of waves, weather, wind, etc., wild or stormy. Bolster. A long, narrow cushion or pillow. Support or reinforce, strengthen. Bombast. Speech or writing that is meant to impress people but is not sincere, meaningful, or does not express things very clearly. Bombastic. Of speech, writing, etc., high-sounding but with little meaning, usually intended to impress people, inflated, pretentious. Bond. The link or connection between people or things. A written promise. A force that unites or pushes people together. A certificate of debt issued by a government or company, promising to pay borrowed money back over a specified period of time. Boon. A blessing or something helpful. A positive result that is gained through having made a request. Boorish. Rude and bad-mannered, of or like a boor, insensitive, awkward. Bourgeois. Middle class and acting in a way that is consistent with what is expected of the middle class. Materialistic. typical, conventional. Braggart. A person who talks a great deal about himself or herself, bragging or boasting about their possessions or achievements. Brazen. Bold and shameless. Having a loud, usually harsh, resonant sound. Breach. An act of breaking or failing to follow a law, rule, trust, faith, promise, agreement, or code of conduct. A hole, opening or space in a wall, fence, barrier, or line of defense, especially during a military attack. Brevity. Briefness or shortness of duration. Conciseness or using few words. Brief. Concise. Short in duration. Curt. Scanty. Broach. To start to discuss a difficult or otherwise uncomfortable subject. To talk about a difficult subject for the first time. Brusque. A very direct, brief, and unfriendly way in speech or manner. Buffet. A table that has food on it, from which diners are expected to choose their own food. A meal when diners are expected to choose their own food from a variety of selections. A blow or a strike, usually from a hand. Bulk. The size or mass of something. The largest portion or part of something. Great in quantity. Bulwark. Something or someone which protects one from negative, dangerous or unpleasant things or gives support and encouragement in bad situations. A wall built for defense. Buoyant. Able to float. Cheerful and optimistic. Bureaucracy. A large government or administration that is divided into various departments, in which the officials must follow a set of inflexible rules. A complicated management system which requires compliance with an annoying set of rules or regulations. Burgeon. Grow, increase, expand or develop quickly. Begin to grow or blossom, as buds or branches. Burnish. To make something brilliant or shiny by rubbing it. To polish. Buttress. A structure, usually made of brick or stone, built against a wall for support or strength in it. A source of defense or support. Something that resembles a buttress. Byzantine. Complicated and difficult to understand. Cacophonous. Involving or producing a harsh, discordant, and unpleasant mixture of loud sounds. Cacophony. A harsh, discordant, and unpleasant mixture of loud sounds. Cadge. Ask for or obtain something for free. Beg or get by begging. Cajole. Persuade by flattery or promises, wheedle, coax. Cauldron. A large kettle or pot that is made of metal and is often hung over a fire in order to heat its contents. Callous. Unkind, cruel, and without sympathy or feeling about the problems or suffering of other people. Callow. Inexperienced, immature or young. Lacking experience or judgment, not experienced in life. Lacking feathers. Calumny. Slander. A statement that is false, which is often made with malicious intent, looking to damage someone's reputation. Camaraderie. Friendship and trust between people in a group, often people who spend a lot of time together. Candid. Direct or honest, even in situations when the truth is considered to be uncomfortable or unpleasant, frank, straightforward, impartial or unbiased, unrehearsed or informal. Candor. The quality or state of being honest or frank, especially when the truth is painful or difficult. Fairness, impartiality. Canny. Careful, shrewd, and having good judgment, especially in money or business matters. Cantankerous. Bad-tempered, quarrelsome, and often angry and annoyed. Capable. Able to do something. Quite good at a certain task, skilled. Capacious. Capable of containing a large quantity easily, spacious, roomy. Capacity. The ability to do something. The maximum number of things that a place or object can hold. Capitulate. Surrender unconditionally or on stipulated terms. Give up all resistance, usually because they are stronger than you. Caprice. A sudden, unpredictable and unexpected change of mood, opinion, behavior, or the weather without any good reason. Whim. Capricious. Suddenly and unexpectedly changing mood or behavior without any good reason, impulsive and unpredictable. Carping. Marked by excessive complaining or fault finding. Critical or fault finding. Difficult to please.